Like, it's actually really hard to put yourself together, and you have to do that in ways that you can't trumpet. Because most of the things that are wrong with you are kind of low, what would you call it, second rate and embarrassing. All your stupid little habits and your proclivity to procrastinate and all the things that you're minorly ashamed of. And then you have to work on those slowly, because the probability that you're going to be able to fix them quickly is low. And you can't really brag about it because it's so embarrassing just to admit that they exist to begin with that you can hardly brag about it. And it's sort of painstaking private work. And you don't get a lot of quick social status for it. It's effortful, embarrassing, humbling, and difficult. And then you can do something like be an activist, and you get all that public acclaim for being on the good side with no effort whatsoever. And so it's a plus.
Do you think that there's any motivation at all to try to make the world a better place?
Yes. I think there's some.
You think that's part of it?
Sure. Well,
but you think it's flavored by this desire to broadcast your virtue?
Yes, because it's very difficult to make the world a better place. That's the thing young people have a messianic impulse. That's another thing that was documented by Piaget, that there's a stage, in late adolescence where you want to make the world a better place. And I would say that's probably part of the impulse to, establish a permanent relationship and have a family and take care of people, and to take on some of the burden of life. It's the psychological precursor to that. And it's reasonable for smart young people to be concerned about broader philosophical issues if they tilt in that direction as well. But it's all too easy for that to be pathologized into resentment for those who seem to have more unfairly, and also to take the easy route out. And there aren't easy routes. There are only difficult routes to doing useful things, and it's better just to do that. And then, so I think that there's some impulse to, there's some wish that things could be less unfair and that fewer people could suffer. But it's kind of a low-level virtue, that reflexive compassion. I'm not saying it's without merit, because that compassion is the basis for the ability to take care of people who are ill and infants
what
and so forth.
What makes you feel it's low level? Like, where is that?
It's not thought through. Things are complicated. It's hard to make complicated systems work better. There isn't a debate about free speech, exactly. Not the way that we think about it, because there's the classical defense of free speech. So the classical defense of free speech is that it's better for both of us if we're able to exchange our opinions, because I have the opportunity to learn from you, and you have the opportunity to learn from me, and you have the opportunity to learn from your own mistakes and social feedback, and so do I. And negotiation beats war. Okay, so that's kind of the classical. Now, but that's predicated on some assumptions, and those are: you're an autonomous being, you're capable of formulating an opinion that's actually unique to you, and that in dialogue we can mutually modify each other's unique opinions in a way that produces a mutually harmonious and beneficial outcome. That's all the predicate.